This is Pet Simulator 99.
He come to me with money in his hand. He offered me. I didn't ask him.
One of, if not the most popular games on Roblox right now. In terms of just the sheer number of people who've played this game, and even in just the sheer number of people who've played its previous installment, Pet Simulator X, this game, since its inception, has absolutely taken over the front page of Roblox like no other. But Pet Simulator 99 holds a much deeper, darker power over the larger Roblox player base, one that most people don't seem to be talking about. Because of how Roblox's discoverability algorithm works, the highest consistent player counts, the most hours played, and of course, the most money generated are going to be pushed to players more than games that don't meet those criteria. This has caused irreparable damage to the larger Roblox developer community, if you ask me, because instead of incentivizing developers to push the limits of the Roblox game engine and create a game worthy of something like, an innovation award, they're instead incentivized to create a game that gets players addicted. Okay, great, but Ghost, why are you talking about Pet Simulator 99? That's not what this video is about, right? Well, yes, you're correct. Essentially, what I'm getting at here is, how can there possibly be 120,000 people playing Pet Sim while there are only 750 people who are currently fighting? Bro, if this is not $999,999, I'm quitting the game. 50. This is one of those Roblox games that seems impossible on paper. You mean to tell me that 5 people, give or take, made a third-person hero shooter that runs smooth as butter, has meticulously crafted classes and characters, a banger soundtrack with over 40 tracks, and all without hardly monetizing their game at all? If you came to me in 2022 with this game, I straight up would not believe that it really existed. Because if there is any game that Roblox developers should strive to make in the future, it should be one just like Phighting. Developed by Boggio, Phighting is exactly what I just described. A 5v5 Overwatch-style hero shooter with 14 characters to choose from, all of whom are completely different in terms of their playstyle. Your goal can range from performing your bang-bang shooty-shooty move on as many people as humanly possible to a regular old King of the Hill style match. But like the name of the game says, 95% of the time, you're just going to be fighting. Thankfully, that's fun, because there's 3 categories of fighters to choose from: melee, ranged, and support. Melee and ranged are pretty self-explanatory. Sword has a sword, katana has a katana, and banhammer has brain damage. Ranged has your typical sniper class, a rocket launcher guy, and of course, my GOAT, the most annoying character ever conceived by mankind, Slingshot. What's so crazy is that every single character in this game has their own nuances that would take you hours to figure out. Like, okay, take Skateboard, for example. One of the more out there and high-octane characters in the entire game. He's got some absolutely insane movement options, and there are people out there who have found some ridiculous rollouts for him. And I mean, there's just so many small things to be paying attention to with this game that at some point, you actually start to forget that you're playing Roblox. I need to keep reiterating this also. The classes in Phighting aren't just classes either. They're all fully fleshed out characters with their own lore and backstory, and they add to the world building of the game. Hell, even Scythe, the most recent fighter, has his own lore cinematic, just like how Overwatch used to do back in the day. There's also an absolute insane amount of references to old Roblox in this game, like how Boombox's finisher move is literally raining tacos, or how Sword, Slingshot, and Rocket are all based off of the Link Sword, the Slingshot, and the Rocket Launcher gears from 2007 Roblox. Everything in this game just fits together like puzzle pieces, man. It's so satisfying to see something like this on Roblox of all places. And remember how I mentioned in the intro of this video that they hardly monetize their game at all? Well, it's true. The game runs off of a currency called bucks, and you can earn these bucks by playing matches. You can then use bucks to buy skins for all of your fighters. You can also spend Roblox Robux to buy bucks in-game if you're impatient. And there's like 6 UGC hats that you can buy. Wait, that's it? You mean to tell me there's no predatory gotcha system, no loot boxes, no gambling? Guys, there's not even a battle pass in this game. Okay, so moving back to the actual gameplay of Phighting, I've watched some reviews on this game on YouTube, and some of the biggest criticisms for it is that the character balancing is off. Yes, I will agree partially with that claim. However, if one of your biggest gripes with a hero shooter is that there are rock, paper, scissors matchups within the roster, the insanely unbalanced roster of this game is what makes it so chaotic and fun. And listen, let's say if you play Hyper Laser, right, and then the enemy team picks Biographed, just don't play Hyper Laser, man. That being said, I do think this game would benefit massively from some sort of skill-based matchmaking. And I know a lot of people have serious beef with SBMM, but that's only because they haven't heard of SBMM's terrifying older cousin. Besides, I had a dude who went 15-0 in one of my games. That was not fun. Moving on to the maps, they give this game a lot of its charm. There's a remake of Roblox HQ, Sword Fights on the Heights 4, and a bunch of other games that are references to old Roblox in some way. Now, do they all play well? No, definitely not. There are certain maps in this game that are way too open and give ranged characters a crazy advantage. There are also maps that are way too small to the point where picking a character like Hyper Laser is straight up trolling. Not like picking Hyper Laser is straight up trolling regardless. But even with all of their flaws, the maps in this game still fit within the art style and overall vibe, and some of them even feel like characters themselves. And there's a lot to be said for that, especially in a Roblox game. Okay, so with all of that said and done, all that gameplay nonsense, all right, let's get into the thing that really made me want to make this video. Now, we have seen Roblox games in the past with fast-paced gameplay and crazy visuals, but they all had one thing in common: a lack of good music. They had music, but, you know, maybe they had 5 tracks in their game. The soundtrack to a video game is something that I take very seriously. Do I think Omori is a good video game? Hell no, man. That campaign's like 20 hours long, my guy. But the soundtrack, nah, that soundtrack's like an 8. It's really good. Do I like Undertale? Well, actually, yeah, I do kind of like Undertale, but I like the music of Undertale way more than the game. And oh my God, the music in Phighting is so good, dude. Like, made me want to make this whole video good. Like, AAA games need to take notes good. Like, screw it, I'm gonna put this on my main playlist between Charlie XCX and Porter Robinson good. Every single song in this OST goes crazy. Those of you who were particularly observant noticed how good all of the music in my last video was. Well, I hope you'll be happy to know that they were all songs from Phighting. Like, literally all of them. Okay, but I actually want to give some examples, okay? Take the intro song, the first song in the OST, just called Fight. This is literally the opening song you hear the first time you ever turn the game on. And man, is it a goated introduction. Speaking of goated, the call and return songs See You On and The Flip Side feature the absolute goat of instruments, the guitar. And you know what's funny? That same instrument is actually also used for the dialogue of every single character in the game. And this song plays when these two goobers go on screen to give their whole little Splatoon spiel. So that means this song is canonically being sung by these two characters. Mwah, mwah, just chef's kiss, dude. It's like a bow tie, man. They wrap it all up in a nice little bow, dude. And I mean, like, it's a banger song in a vacuum too, but then there's also like the character implementation and then the world building, and it's just like a whole layer cake of polish on this. In fact, people have actually made fan lyrics for these songs, which I've literally never seen before in a video game. Like, seriously, dude, this video could very easily have been 80% me yapping about the soundtrack, which is also on Apple Music of all places, and 20% about the actual game. Like, can we please give a standing ovation to everybody who composed music for this game? Like, dude, all of these people just killed it. It's crazy. But let's not kid ourselves here, okay? Let's get serious again. This game came out 3 years ago. 3 years. And I found out about it 3 weeks ago. I'm not sure if that says something about my Roblox journalistic integrity or whatever, or more about the Roblox discoverability algorithm. This game has 20 million visits! 20 million! That is not a lot, okay? I don't think you guys understand. 20 million visits, that's nothing, man. That's nothing. When we have games that are literally just this, getting 2 billion visits, man. So, like, sometimes even more. Whatever the case may be, however, I freaking love this game. And I'm not going to give it, like, a number rating because I'm not, like, a professional reviewer or anything like that. But I just really wanted to show my support for the developers of this game by making this video. Also, shout out to Show My from ABD for putting me on this game, because without that video, I don't think I ever would have found this game. I'm 100% serious when I say that. I'm also 100% serious when I say this. Play this game. Give these developers engagement. Boost their numbers. This needs to be nominated for some kind of award, man. And for the love of God, if there's anyone who works on Phighting watching this video, add more UGC. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.